Obviously, when you've got snow moving in from the west, it arrives soonest over towards the lakeshore and even down to the southwest because there is a bit of a southwest to northeast trajectory.
WXMI TV.
Snow shield, and we'll get to that radar momentarily. We've had some filtered/dimmed sun around for the majority of hours today.
Start with the carpet vision, guys. This is an old device.
See that fade away a bit more so at this point. You would anticipate that if I'm talking about snow arriving around 8 o'clock. So I would look for light snow certainly in the air around 9 o'clock, if not there very shortly thereafter in Grand Rapids. Temperatures that are right around 30 degrees at the current time. We may lose a couple degrees, maybe 3 degrees. Really not losing a whole lot, though, so holding fairly steady once we get down to this 27 or 28, and then beginning to rise in the overnight. You see I go from light snow to just plain snow. That means we're picking up the pace.
It's much darker than this, guys.
Certainly by late evening and into the overnight.
It's a lot darker than it looks like on TV.
Real estate here, pretty much, well, the entirety of the Lower Peninsula now has been put under a winter weather advisory. Kind of interesting towards the Detroit area. Just a couple days ago, it looked like this would probably be an all-rain event, but these profiles in the atmosphere that you look at to determine precipitation type, those have been trending colder on the models the past couple of days. So even these folks down to the south can pick up some very light accumulations of snow and also some ice accumulations too. This is not going to be a major storm though, so power outage is not a huge factor, but there can be slick travel certainly by early tomorrow morning. I've created this graphic here, and you can pick out where you live and take a look at the numbers I've got there.
That's an inch for us, guys.
GR thinking 3 to perhaps as much as 4 inches locally. This chart's in pretty good shape. I think the lowest, the further south you are within this first narrow zone, maybe an inch or so closer to Kalamazoo. Then you get further northward, and so we're talking about closer to 2 inches near this white line right here. Then you head northward, you start to pick up on the greater amounts, and the snow will come down at a pretty good pace, even for these sections to the south that don't show huge snow accumulation. So don't be shocked if you look outdoors and you're getting some pretty decent reductions in visibility and a quick accumulation. I mean, you possibly could pick up an inch to 2 inches in Kalamazoo, but with this changeover in the overnight tonight, by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, it's not going to look like that much as we begin to melt this off through the day on Wednesday. Snow echoes showing up over northern Illinois. Some of this is not reaching the ground. I just looked at a different radar a little bit off to the west of Chicago. It has not begun snowing at the airport O'Hare in Chicago, so a little bit of virga on the front end, but the bottom line is that those deeper purples and blues, those will be making progress towards us, and I would suspect around 7 o'clock, somewhere in there near the southwest shore of our lake, of our viewing area, say Benton Harbor, and then pushing inland 8:30, 9 o'clock towards Grand Rapids, and then heading east.
Yeah, guys, we're under Kalamazoo. Okay.
Which has a pretty decent
midnight.
There's
around midnight.
First appendage of snow that comes through.
We'll keep an eye on this, guys. What's that little lump in your hand? No, it's quicker.
I think that's going to nose up here briefly before the main conveyor belt rolls in for the early overnight. And there will be differences in the temperatures in the atmosphere aloft, such that we will still remain snow in Grand Rapids right on through probably 3, 4 a.m.
On Kalamazoo.
Milder air aloft is going to be nosing in from the south, changing things over to a mixture of freezing rain and sleet, even some plain rain and drizzle getting to the south. So you see what I'm talking about? Snow accumulation.
Oh, shit.
Compacted and melted.
I'm glad I'm waking up early in the morning tomorrow.
That mixture will make it into Grand Rapids through the.
It's going to rain all day tomorrow.
So, not before, though, Annie. We get likely on the order of 3, maybe 4 inches in GR. You can see the system edging over towards the east coast. Tomorrow turns out dry during the afternoon. The precipitation will be gone, but another wave of low pressure coming northward. We've been talking about this the last couple of days. We'll have copious amounts of moisture and running into perhaps sub-freezing air for a stretch on Friday. So we got to look out for that, for perhaps some freezing rain that goes over to a plain rain at some point during the afternoon. We got a lot to talk about. I'm going to be breaking it down further coming up. But look at those temps early next week near 40 by Tuesday.
All right, Anthony, we'll take it.